Hello, this is an instruction video on how to use this Excel workbook and each module. The creators of this module includes Kevin Davis, Dave Muhlstein, and myself, Tyler Downing. We hope you find our module helpful for your business and hope you can use it to help employers understand all the benefits of hiring employees from the targeted support groups. The first part we'll want to go over is the Survey tab. The Survey tab is used to get some employers' information, and this will be used to have as your history. You'll be able to put in the company's name, address, description of business, point of contact, and email address. At this point, you'll be able to say whether they're interested or not in receiving additional tax credits. If they are not interested, then you can go into other benefits that would show to them that there's other tax benefits and other benefits of hiring target group employees other than just the tax credits. Right here you will be putting in the number of employees. For example, we put in 350. As you can see, a note pops up that this cell is going to be an input for one of the other tabs in the WOTC analysis. Put in the number of current qualified job openings. This is just for your reference. And then these other two sources are also being sourced into the overview. As you scroll down, you can see that there's some additional information. This is going to be the employee certification and IRS form requirements. This is for your benefit as an employee as UCA or Enable Utah. You can keep track of what forms have been filled out for the employer, and if it's been filled out, you can easily click yes there, and if it hasn't, there's a link here that you can click and that will bring you to the form that you need. Scrolling down is the eligible groups for certification and training. This helps you know whether the employer is open to hiring people from these different target groups. For example, if they are not open for ex-felons, if they're not comfortable with that, you can make note there and put that easily as a yes or a no. And these cells reference back into the WOTC tab in this section here. So if you have a no or yes there, it will highlight that so that you can be aware of that. We'll be going over that tab here shortly. And then as you scroll down, there's some additional benefits. You can click on the notes and read what each of these are. We have the specific job skill set training. It's calculated as an assumption of 30 days times 8 hours per day and an average hourly rate of $8. You got provide job coaching and provide bonding specific to each individual. These are all estimates, and feel free to adjust those formulas to more accurately reflect those benefits. And there's a link that you can get some additional information for that, as well as our disclaimer. Let's move on over to the overview. The overview just shows a really quick snapshot of all the tax credits the employer will be receiving, the WOTC, the Utah Veteran, and Utah HTC tax credits, as well as those other benefits we had talked about from the survey, the training, coaching, and bonding. Each of these buttons here are linked to the different tabs, so you can easily click on each tab and it'll move between the different sheets. This little chart shows how many are employed in each of those groups and just gives a really nice quick view of how many lives are being impacted by the company. Let's move on over to the WOTC analysis page. The Work Opportunity Tax Credit. From the first page of the survey, these are flowing in, the 350 employees, and you have a target mix that was also flowing from the survey of what target mix they were wanting to do. Say they want 7% of their total employee pool to be from veterans and 3% from the other non-veteran WOTCs. And so if you go back to the WTC analysis page. This will be used to help project how many employees to hire from each of those groups. Those are being calculated from the total number of employees and that percent mix that they had said they wanted to do. Now this is all just so that you can get a rough estimate of numbers to be putting down into these next different cells. So in step 3, they'll be putting in the average hourly wage for each of those target groups that they feel would be appropriate, as well as in this other work group. And once those are put in, then you'll put in the average annual projected number of hours worked in each of these. These are all estimated as well. And then you'll put in the number of employees that will be hired in each of those groups. And these are all just estimates. You can change these, and then back up here at the top it shows you what you actually have put in to give you a reference from your goal, your target mix, to your actual mix. And so you can make adjustments and say, oh, I need to hire a couple more veterans to meet my mix, and looks like we're meeting it there and we're over there, so make adjustments accordingly. Here at the bottom it's calculating the total tax credit you're going to be receiving, and right here you're going to be calculating the total tax credit of the other WOTC target groups. So hopefully that's pretty straightforward and flows nicely. Just follow the steps over here and look for the cell notes. Those should help you as well and know what to do in each. Okay, so let's go on to the Utah Veterans Employment Tax Credit. So the first step is to enter your qualified employees' names in column B and hire date in column C, and then to copy down these formulas once you have entered in some additional employees. And these are just example that I have plugged in, and just to help you understand what this module is accomplishing, let's do a couple of examples together. So let's say employee number 1 was hired November 7th of 2014, and the end of the year was December of 2015, so we're going to do the next business stage so that we capture the entire month of that. So as you can tell, they worked 14 months. I'm sorry, let's go back one more year. Since they started in 2014, the end of the year, so this would be calculating November and December. As you can see, it's calculating 1 credit that you'll be getting, or 2 credits, 2 months worth in the first year of credits. If you fast forward one more year, you get 10 months on the first credit, and you're starting to get 2 years for the second year credits because they've been working now over 1 year. So 2 credits are being calculated there. Fast forward one more year, and now you're not getting any more of your first year credits because you've already accounted for those in the prior years, and you have the final 10 months worth in the second year credit. And these are all being calculated over here. This is including all of the qualified employees for this first year, and this is including all the qualified for the second year credits. And then it's taking the average amount, or this is the credit you can get per employee per month, so 200 and 400, and then the average number of months that they have been employed. This is calculating your total credits and then your grand total credits. So hopefully this is a really nice tool for you to use to continue to keep a really detailed history of the employers and being able to give them good information when they ask it. So be sure to look over all the little notes that are on the cells if you need additional information. Let's go on to the Utah HTC tab. This one's very straightforward. It's basic calculation based upon the number of employees that you want to hire of the homeless. The tax credit says that you get $2,000 per employee, and so you basically just put in the number of employees you want and it will just calculate that, and that's all flowing over into the overflow. You see 8,000 there. You got 8,000 there as well. And just for your information, this WTC chart, this is all pulled from the tax site, and if the laws ever change and you want to keep using these modules, you just come in here and you change the amounts or the percentages that have changed, and it will update and it will calculate properly from this cell. So all you have to worry about is making sure this chart is accurate, and if that's accurate, then the calculations on the WTC analysis tab is going to be accurate. So I hope this is going to be a useful tool for you guys, and you can use this overview screen to print out and to give to the employer, just to have something at the end of your conversation over the phone, or if you meet in person. That way they have something to take away from your experience, and they can see how much tax credits they can be receiving by hiring the target amount of employees, as well as the other benefits, and a quick view of how many lives they've impacted. So I hope this will be useful for you. And last of all, there is an instructions tab with instructions written out of what to do in each of the tabs. So if you do want to just read some more instructions without watching this video, feel free to go through and read the instructions there. And again, thank you for this opportunity to create this module for you, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.